Namaste. Very good evening, one and all. My name is Nalai Nayakam, Senior Manager Quality from Werlicon Balsas Coating India Limited, Chennai. Welcome to Leaders Connect 360 Foundation episode LC0208. Leaders Connect 360 Foundation is a non-profit organization aligned with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, SDG. Our mission is to invite 1,000 plus leaders and create 1 million leaders. Every Wednesday, we come together from 6:30 p.m. to 7:15 IST on Zoom Live to gain insights from top management leaders. And the last week of the month from authors, and once every quarter, we take it offline in different cities to network, support, and grow together. Because at Leaders Connect, we strongly believe that leaders create more leaders. Today, we have our guest, Mr. Kamal Elangovan, co-founder, COO, InPhase. In conversation with our panel discussion leader, Ms. Alagu Lakshmanan, NLP Life Coach, founder ALisWELL. Before we start the quick reminder, please keep your videos on for engaging experience. First-time visitors, check out WhatsApp, Facebook, and LinkedIn links in the chat box to stay connected and grow with us. This episode is being recorded for our community archives. Now, let's set the energy high. If you're excited and ready for the impactful session, drop a thumbs up or smiley emoji in the chat box. Fantastic. And before we go, let me introduce our guest, Mr. Kamal Elangovan. Let me also introduce Mr. Pankaj Vyas, Managing Partner, Bija Training, who will be interacting with our guest alongside with our panel discussion leader, Ms. Alagu Lakshmanan. Without further delay, let's get started. Over to Mr. Pankaj sir.
Hi everybody, welcome. I want everybody to turn your videos on, your audios on. Everybody, I want some energy today. I want some energy.
Yes.
Some energy.
Hi, ma'am. Hi.
Hi. Thank you, Nilay. It was a wonderful way to kickstart the discussion and this entire session. Mr. Kamal, welcome. It's an honor and pleasure to have you with us today. Hi, Alagu. Alagu is our panel discussion leader. So hi, how are you, Alagu?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So we initially we're going to have a introductory video which Arul and his team has made, and the entire clapping and everything was there for everybody who's joined in, for our guest, for our panel discussion leader, and everybody who has been supporting us for so many episodes altogether. So let's look at the introductory video first. Wow, that was a wonderful video. Thank you, Arul and team. Mr. Kamal is going to be talking on how to convert or how to really make dreams into reality. And Algu is going to be asking him a lot of questions, and it's going to be an insightful discussion. So over to you guys.
Thank you so much, Rashmi. Seeing you after a long time. So happy to see you.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Kamal, for accepting our invitation. We're so honored to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you very
So
much.
thank you. So let's dive into the topic as we have very limited time. So the topic itself says dream into reality. So all of us dream, and you're one such person who's converted your dream into reality. So what made you, convert your childhood dreams, early business, techniques or whatever that experiments that transformed into your foundation for InPhase?
Thank you, Leaders Connect, for this opportunity. It is very nice to be here. And, it's like always you feel nice when you can, share your experiences with others. So an Australian swimmer was asked, how do you feel when you get the medal? They say the moment you get the medal is not the success, the journey is success. Actually.
Exactly.
Yeah. So InPhase was not something like we laid foundation for it. For me, doing business comes from a very different point. I never wanted to box myself into anything. In the sense, like even in schools, when they say this is your English book for this year, but I end up reading everybody's books actually. So the whole, sixth grade. If I'm in sixth, I read all fifth, fourth, third, and seventh, eighth, and all that, because we always need to, you should not be bound. Is my thing actually. Many of the limitations that we have today are created by our mind and by the society. So I always want to break through it actually. So I found that if you really need freedom, then the word that is used in this world is called business actually. So I had a feeling like, go out and experiment. So if you read in my LinkedIn profile also, I said I started helping a balloon seller in my functions. So every year he used to come and we used to do the business. So it was nice. So that freedom was what I was looking for actually. So where you don't need to limit yourself, like I'm only supposed to do this actually. So that went on, and then in the college also I was lucky enough to find like-minded people. So there was always this feeling like you should express yourself better. And the way to express yourself better is only through business, because you get limitless opportunities actually. So since from childhood I started experimenting this, and I could never control or contain myself in a place and limit myself. Even in my job, I try to play as much role as possible. Even when I started working, I did everything that is not supposed in the job and grew very fast. And I became a shareholder of a company, a Dutch company, in 2.5 years actually.
Oh, okay.
But then, so as the Australian swimmer said, for me it's a journey. For me, always the point I wanted to reach was to start a company actually. So we were always in the mindset, when are we doing it? When are we doing it? Kind of things. And that's how, basically when you ask me what is the experiment, it's about your freedom of mind and not binding yourself actually.
Okay. Yeah. So that's your USP also. I think, innovations is it's there in your blood. So as I see, you had the fire in you, but you had joined a job, if I understand right? So what made you join the job and what made you quit the job? Like it could be since the fire in the belly is always on, and was it a momentary decision or it was a mind shift that helped you to take a decision to leave the job? First, I would like to understand how you joined the job. So,
yeah.
So
for people like me, I mean, like it's always a struggle, because they say we don't have an alternate mechanism, but today our exams measure a fish and elephant by the same measures actually.
True, yeah.
For me, getting a job was not easy, but then once I got in, I grew very fast, because people understood my nature, and then what is that we were willing to do. So if you look, I don't know, but I'm not. I wanted to say I did not actually dream thinking that this will happen.
Okay.
So for me, it was a constant trigger. So now when I look back, when even Arul spoke to me, I said, when I look back is when I understood that, okay, if you dream, it happens actually. So at that point of time, I didn't know, but many of the things were intuitive. Right from a 6th grade, 7th grade, I had a feeling always like, I have to run something like this when I read business books and all that. So just one example is like, even if I didn't do it intuitionally, it happened. So when my marriage was engaged, during the engagement, the first thing I went and spoke to my wife's brother was that, look, I will start a business.
Okay.
I don't know when, but I will start a business. And if you are willing, you can get me to assist to married actually. So now when I look back, I don't even know how I got the guts to go and tell that actually, because anybody would be, really upset, because your parents would be upset in an Indian condition. But then I said it. So I said it, and then I did it also. I think when you have the dreams inside you, it happens. And people were like, how are you able to leave that high paying job? But then they didn't, I mean, many people, because I was very popular in that particular Dynamics X, I was an author, I was a blogger. So people are thinking, why are you leaving this career? But then they didn't understand my heart, that it was always there.
Yeah.
So it was a stopover actually. So for me, it was not like leaving. I'm going back where I wanted.
True, going back to your dreams.
Yes, but it was not an easy call, because it comes with its own hardships actually. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So, like you said, only when you look back, you think that, you've made your dream a reality.
Yeah.
So it's always there, underlying in your subconscious mind that, you have to
Yeah.
start something like that. And
Yeah.
very honest of you to have gone and told, to the bride's brother that, it could take any turns. You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At that time, I had an offer from Microsoft.
Oh, okay.
Even then, I went again and told them actually.
No, that's very honest. Like you said, people would look for a very secured, especially in our community.
Yeah.
A secured, high-paid job is what people look for,
Right.
and you have it, but you went and told that this might not continue.
Yes.
So very honest of you that. So, like when I had met you, you said it's a bootstrap company,
Yeah.
InPhases, and how did you convert that into a $1 million company? It's not an easy thing.
Yeah.
So that should be a very interesting story. So please share with us.
Yeah. So I mean, the $1 million is a term that has been picked up from my LinkedIn. There's been quite some few years since I updated it in LinkedIn, but now
So it
I'm
should be
happy
more.
to say that we are a few more $1 million. Like probably we are $4-5 million company now actually, and we are probably going further there. So, but to achieve that, going from a bootstrap, the thing is, you should not follow the crowd mentality. Even when we jumped in, people were like, start a startup, raise money, give it in the hands of someone, and then go.
Oh,
That's
correct.
not our intention, right? So for us, the intention is to build a platform where future Kamal, future Natesh can come and start a thriving product actually. So when you have that as mindset, you become very cautious actually. You become frugal. So everywhere that is very, very essential actually. If you take even SpaceX and Boeing, so the challenges give you new opportunity. That's what they say, right? So we didn't have we don't want to have the luxury actually. So I think that pushed us, and then every year trying to see what you can do better, trying to see constraint. I mean, like for many years we constrained ourselves in many angles actually, but that brought in very, very good things, and that accelerated our growth actually. So the long-term vision brought in a frugal mindset.
Okay. So it's the mindset that matters, right?
Yes. So when you have that frugal mindset, and when you don't want to just sell your company at this stage, maybe there might be a later stage where we wanted more people to come in, but then not at the initial stage itself, right? So we were able to do that actually, and then see every avenue for growth. So that is how I think we brought in, and then a lot of sacrifice, because this is my plum age actually. I could have enjoyed a lot, my family could have enjoyed a lot, but then we put in all the money back into the company actually. So the frugal mindset and then the sacrifice. So not only from my end, from all our founders also, every money is pumped back into the company actually. That is why I'm very proud to say that we have the biggest active harmonic filter manufacturing facility in India at 50,000 square feet actually.
Awesome. So the sustainability also matters, right? Like
Yes.
when starting is easy, but maintaining, going forward is the tough job.
Yes. Yeah.
So saying that, so what are the failures or setbacks, if I could call, you faced during, starting InPhase or sustaining it during the journey?
Yeah. So, I mean, for me, like initially I used to be, everybody fears actually. So what is going to happen and all that. So initially I was very afraid of new challenges that were coming. So I was very, very scared. and eventually maturity comes with time. I think today I have learned that uncertainty is constant for an entrepreneur, and he has to be prepared. No matter he does 20 crore or 100 crore or 1000 crore, uncertainty is always going to be there. So the skill of entrepreneur is how well he handles uncertainty actually. So today these days I wake up in the morning and then I say, what is the challenge for me today?
Okay.
No, I don't fear, and it comes from different form factor, different directions actually. So we faced the India's biggest company throwing a case against us because they don't want a competitor to come. So we have fought in Karnataka civil court, Supreme Court, High Court, CCI, whatever is there, we have fought, and that gut makes you feel like, oh, I have handled this, and we can handle
I
anything.
can handle anything.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I tell in a funny way that from jail to bail, from holes in the building to the holes in the government, I've seen everything actually growing up. And over time, that guts comes through you. And very good thing that you should have is a good connect with your founders. So that if I'm alone, I'm saying that when I was thrown that case, I would have got really scared because we got both criminal and civil case at the same time.
Oh.
So we have never handled such things. So 2,500 pages of document being sent from the biggest company, and they have appointed the biggest lawyer, and you are like nobody actually before them. Your turnover is a fraction of it. So the advocate we employed was just getting 5,000 rupees a month actually. So you have to have the willingness to face the challenge and face the fear in you. Then I think you can really grow. So today there are so many uncertainties are happening even today also. There are so many challenges even today, but I know how to face it, and I'm getting better at it every day.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like when you talk about uncertainty, that was our Rocket Goals theme this last month, where we had it in Chennai. So it talks about how you convert your uncertainty into opportunities.
Right.
So like you rightly said, you're ready every day morning, you're ready to fight the unknown. And when you say fighting big companies, so that really I don't know, throws chills, right? So
actually eventually we moved them out of this business.
Wow. Okay.
And last year they were our biggest supplier. So,
awesome.
Yeah. So I mean, like, not in movies, in reality also things happen, right?
No, seriously, right? Because like you said, when you're fighting big hands, it's very difficult for us to sustain, and it needs so much of grit. And like you said, your founders, all of you has to, you have to be in the same page. Yeah. You should say we can fight it together. So that gives more power to you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Very nice.
That feeling is a strength.
Yeah, very true. So I think when we hear all this, it gives us more strength that still law is there and we can fight however small or big we are.
Yeah, you need to learn to navigate law.
Yeah.
We didn't win through law. We only learned to navigate law, and eventually the company came down and settled with us.
Awesome, sir. So that's a real big thing. Like you said,
Exactly. Yeah.
So very nice, very nice. Actually, thanks to them, like they have given you that power to face anything later.
Everything that deters us eventually becomes our strength, is what I have seen.
Very true, very true. More than your friends, your enemy gives you the strength.
Right, yeah. He inspires you to stay where you are.
Definitely, yeah. So, a lot of inspiring stories, and if time permits, I would like to hear your balloon story also. That seems to be very interesting. So, what kind of advice will you give any aspiring entrepreneurs? Whoever, we all have a lot of dreams, but like you said, a lot of things that hold us back. The fear, like you said, every one of us have the fear to move forward. Yeah. So, what kind of advice you will give? Because you've come from a very stable job, very high-paid profile, and then you moved into starting something from scratch, bootstrap company, grown into $1 million. So, you are the right person. Who else can tell us?
Maybe, I mean, what I'm telling is not something that you need to follow, but I'm telling from what worked for me, and I'm sure it will work for you and everybody. So that's what I wanted the topic also to reflect. So, I did not sense when it happened, but today, as I told you in the beginning, I see it that if you really desire for something, it takes you where you wanted to go. Actually, so my career, although I wanted to start a company, when my career was very flourishing. So I had offers from all the biggest countries that you can imagine, actually, be it US or Netherlands or Australia. I had offers. So people are wondering, is this guy gone crazy actually?
Crazy.
And there were times even I was wondering, am I crazy actually? Why am I doing this actually? So because my father did not speak to me for 3-4 years because he was very upset that I'm doing the wrong thing.
Correct.
So
They're all from a very stable,
Yeah.
We all speak about safety first, right? Like,
Yes, exactly. So when you destabilize that, you yourself ask, why did you? And for many years, I've been asking because you can't clearly track why, if you're for doing what you wished actually. The only thing is, this is what my wife also tells my kids. There was even a time when my daughter asked, Dad, when your friends are, growing, flourishing, why you are suffering? So I told her, look, we are growing an orchard.
correct.
So they are working in an orchard. So we are just seated. So it will take time. But when I look back now, recently, when I introspect, what I see is that what pushed me in all this is that real desire. That is what Abdul Kalam very nicely put it. That's why people are, people call him great because he said, dream with your eyes open.
Correct.
Knowingly or unknowingly, I had a very strong desire, and that kept pushing me again and again. Look, you have offers from all the countries. People are calling you. There was once a guy from Accenture. I attended an interview just to try my skills. He asked, "What the hell is the problem with you?"
Okay.
Because they gave me the best offer at that time, and Accenture doesn't bend to people. But then he was asking me. I also didn't know, but today I know that it was my strong desires that was pulling me towards it. So I would say, people, everyone, whatever you desire, it can happen. The universe will really help you. It will drag you, and then only you'll find that, oh, look, it is happening actually. That is number one thing that I would tell for all aspiring entrepreneurs or whatever you wanted to achieve in life. Please have a strong desire, and it will take you.
Okay.
It will help you find the way. And the next thing that you should keep in mind is, when you are an entrepreneur, don't go big all in. Because it is a cycle that you need to understand. Start small, experiment small, so that you can fail small. Correct. If you do it big, then your failures are also big. Actually.
Correct.
So you have to be a spiral model where you slowly grow. Even if you start, if you ask me to start a hotel today, I will start with a street cart.
Okay.
First, I'll validate my
Start
idea.
small, yeah.
Yes. Even in software, that is what they call agile software development. Validate your idea.
Yeah.
Start small. Don't go all in. Don't invest 50, 60 lakhs. Go empty handed, frustrated, because your expectations will be very high.
Very high.
So set your expectations low, validate your idea, go on a spiral model, and it will definitely work. They say a good investor always sets his investment expectations at 12%. Anything above that is bonus. So when you set the right expectations, you will have the right growth and you will grow. And another thing is, please don't follow movies. It doesn't happen like that. It takes a lot of patience. Even I was thinking, okay, I would happen like, I don't know how many of them are Tamil people, like Surya. Yeah. But it doesn't happen like that. It really tests your patience. And probably my turnovers is in 50 crores or so, but my lifestyle it cannot scale up so fast because you let really sacrifice. So don't take entrepreneurship to earn money.
Very true.
Yeah. And another last point is that you want to be a businessman or an entrepreneur. Businessman is a person who will make money. Entrepreneur is a person who will bring up his business like a kid. He will initially be everything of it, and over time, he will distance himself and see it growing actually. So that is what is a real entrepreneur. So if you have that feeling, do it. Otherwise, call yourself a businessman and better make money.
Awesome. That was so beautiful when you said, the difference between businessman and entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So as an entrepreneur, you nurture your baby and see it grow.
Exactly.
Yeah. The awesome analogy you had given there.
Today it needs less of me, but the more it needs less of me, the happier I am actually. Because today I see many people taking care of it like how I would take care of it. That is the happiness, right? So I'm a parent actually. How I was happy when my son walked, when my son spoke. same is the happiness I have with my company also actually.
And you should also, when you speak like this, you should also let it loose, right? Like in the sense, don't hold it to it tight.
Exactly.
To the business, yeah.
Exactly. So if you see in our company right now, most of the works are all delegated. We are setting stage for ESOP next, and then we'll bring in people. And there will be a day when I cannot serve every need of my company. So I'll be happy to let it go and sit aside. Even for our younger generations to come, they have to prove themselves. Shareholding is different, working is different. So at InPhase, it's very different, very clear. We are shareholder, we are director, we are employee. So we wear different hats and make decisions actually.
So that was wonderful. It's a wonderful share. And even the examples, like when you convinced your daughter, like, we are growing orchid and they're working for the orchid. That was awesome. So if you could share your balloon story, I'm so interested to listen to that.
Oh, you're talking about the balloon story actually?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I want to listen to that. Yeah.
So this, see, every year every village has a festival, right? Every annual year actually. So there was one person who was struggling to sell posters and balloons actually, bubbles actually. So, I sat with him and I tried to figure out what he is doing, but he was struggling. He was one guy who was struggling with a lot of stuff. So I was 5th grader or 6th grader at that time. So I went with him and said, Anna, can I do this for you actually? Said, okay, come. He did not imagine that I'll do a good business for him. But then I went ahead, started speaking to people, showing what you can do and all that. He became very enthusiastic to see, such a kid coming and forward and doing it. Yeah. So then every year we started collaborating actually.
Oh.
Yeah. So I did not make any money with that.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah. So I didn't want it to also. That was not my intention. My intention was like anything you see, right? You try to see what you can improve at it, how you can get better. Yeah. So eventually, year after year, we did it for 3-4 years. Even after I go to college, he always used to come and ask my mom, "Is your son not here actually?"
Oh, how sweet.
Yeah. So, but then I grew up in a college, in a hostel. One good thing that I built was I don't see any work as less or more actually. So I can clean toilets in my office also even now. I can paint, I can do anything. I don't differentiate. That openness, I really, if there is something that I'll pat on my back, I appreciate that attitude in me. I do any work.
It was inbuilt attitude or you got it from someone?
Probably my hostel helped me get that attitude.
Okay.
Right. So we have to pick waste. You have to clean your own toilets.
Oh, okay.
You don't have that hesitation actually.
So you get used to doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know the value of doing it, actually speaking, right?
Yes. Get in. They say, fold your sleeves and start working.
Very nice. Thanks for sharing the bubble story. That was there in my mind for a very long time. I need to listen from you. So over to you, Rashmi. So any more questions? Rashmi, you're on mute.
Thank you, Kamal sir. It was a pleasure listening to your insights. First of all, I'm very grateful that I became a part of the discussion because what I got to learn today was something very different about entrepreneurship. One that you said that long-term vision brought frugal mindset. That is one very important insight that I got. The other thing that you said that even if you're an entrepreneur, don't do it for money. Don't think that you can have a very lavish lifestyle because you have to put your money back into the business. So that also is very crucial. Also, uncertainty is constant. We've been hearing that. But when we listen to your story, it becomes even more inspiring. So all of this, all in all, it was a great discussion. Alagu, you were great.
Thank you.
Ask and trigger the discussion and make it more interesting. Sir, we would like to go to the quiz now, and quiz is going to be asked by Miss Kalai, Mr. Kalai, I think so. Miss Kalai.
Yeah, it's Miss Kalai.
Okay, Miss Kalai, sorry, Miss Kalai. And today's quiz prize is the setup advantage, which is written by Dr. Shankar Vishwanath. Arul, are we going to have run the video now or after the? Okay, you're running the video. Okay.
Yeah, it's a book from Mr. Dr. Shankar Vishwanath. The Step Up Advantage is the quiz story.
This is the quiz prize. So
Yeah.
over to Ms. Kalai for the quiz.
I think Kala is having some challenge.
Okay.
Okay. Kevin, can you please? Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Kevin.
Right. And here is your question. Question is in your chat. Thank you. Thank you, Reshmi, and thank you, Arul, for the opportunity. According to our speaker, what is the right path to shine as an entrepreneur? So there are 4 options. Start and grow big. Start small, validate and grow. Start small, invest, validate and grow. Start, validate and grow. Let's see who gives the right answer.
Okay, Rashmi is also participating.
Consider me, I just felt like participating.
Okay, I hope we got the right answer. It's B option. According to the speaker, the exact word
Okay.
what our Mr. Kamal Elangovan has used over here. It's the second option. It's a B option is the right
B
option.
yes.
Start small, validate, and grow is the right word that is being used here.
So
But
who's the
we have
winner?
to
Who's the
invest the money back, right, Kavin?
So after validating,
After
we come up.
validating,
So
that
the
was
word,
the
that phrase that has
confusion,
been
yes.
used as such, I've taken it up.
But smart
Okay.
quiz, I liked it.
Yeah.
So who's
Thank
the
you,
winner, Kevin?
thank you,
Who's the
thank
winner
you.
for today's
Who is
quiz?
the winner?
So it's Sangeeta.
Oh, congratulations.
Very nice.
Congratulations,
Thank
Sangeeta
you.
ma'am.
Thank you, Rashmi. And
Congratulations,
Sangeeta ma'am.
Thank you. Kavin, thank you for coming for our rescue. Okay. So now
Always will be there.
Great. Thank you so much. We are going to open the discussion with 2 questions from the audiences. Any 2 questions? Anyone?
Now, as Ms. Sangeeta has got this quiz prize today, let's have a. If you have any question, you can ask Ms. Sangeeta. Now you get an opportunity.
Okay, Sangeeta gets an opportunity to ask a question.
Ask a question, or she can add some points regarding the discussion.
Yes.
Yes, Ms. Sangeeta, you're able to unmute.
Yes.
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 Yeah,
Thank you.
I like the option what you said, like it's like nurturing your baby and see it grow. So that is something it's inspiring for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sangeeta. You have any question, you can surely ask one.
No.
Okay, thank you. Congratulations.
We shall get back to you for your quiz prize. I'll
Yes.
interact with you. Okay. Yes, Prashmi.
Sure.
Yes, I'm not seeing anybody who wants to ask a question.
Okay. Anybody who wants to ask a question can turn on the mic and you can ask the question.
Yeah, please feel free to ask.
Our Giri sir is not there today.
He's here.
Giri sir is there, huh?
Yeah, we have Girisar here.
No, right now I am driving. Sorry.
Okay,
Oh,
okay, no
okay,
problem.
Giri sir.
Okay, so
Yes, let's go
that
to the
was
next
about
segment.
it. Yeah. We're going to have a summary, a small summary by Dr. Aishwarya. Over to you, Dr. Aishwarya. Summary quiz. Summary queen.
Thank you so much, Rashmi ma'am. Thank you. Hi, all, sir. Good evening, sir.
Sir, you're on mute.
Am I audible?
Okay. So good
He's on
evening,
mute.
ma'am.
Yeah, this is Dr. Aishwarya. I'm a freelance corporate trainer and I'm a 360-degree assessment specialist. Sir, I'm very happy to be a part of it. I can sense the happiness through your eyes and face and your smile, like the wave I've crossed and the things what you have experienced. You don't see anything as your the difficulties. You have seen everything as your challenges and you have undergone all these things. And I have a small summary of your thoughts. So right now I'm sharing our summary. So here is our summary from dream into reality. See, our society have created many limitations, but we have to break out by embracing new things. We should not limit ourselves. We should always express ourselves in a good way. We should have constant trigger on our dreams. When we desire, it will automatically connect you. We should have long-term mindset. Starting the thing is easy, but consistently sustaining it matters a lot in our career as well as life. Uncertainty will be there, and we have to face many challenges. For an aspiring entrepreneur, kindly start things with a small, validate the things. Don't go for a allowance. Set your expectations low so that we can have a right crowd there. So as Malcolm said, dreams with your eyes open. So keep your desire very strong. If you really have a desire, the universe will automatically
There's a issue with her
There's
connection.
a technical issue, Aishwarya.
But I think she's almost finished because she was at the last point. She was talking.
Yeah, now you can.
Yeah.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yeah,
Yes,
you're
yes,
audible.
yes.
You were at the last point.
Yeah, as Abdul Kalam said, our dreams with your eyes open. So keeps your desire very strong. If you have really a desire, the universe will automatically connect you. And I strongly believe in these things. When you have a strong desire, the universe will automatically help you to achieve your goals. As our speaker said, thank you so much for joining us, sir. Thank you so much. Your words has been the greatest inspiration for all of us today. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
sir.
Aishwarya, for a lovely summary, as
thank
you
you.
always do. It was a
Thank you.
pleasure to have you, sir, on our show, Mr. Kamal. And Alagu, thank you so much. We're going to have a vote of thanks by Arul now. Over to you, Arul.
Yes, thanks, Dr. Rashmi, and thanks for giving me the opportunity for the vote of thanks. Hi, Kamal sir, good evening. Thanks for joining us today. And am I audible?
Yes,
Yeah,
you're
you are.
audible.
Yes,
You're
yes.
audible.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Kamal sir, for joining us today for the Leaders Connect episode. We all enjoy the discussion with you. It's a great insights about the new terms and all used for entrepreneurship. Thank you so much for giving us so much of insights. So before getting into this a formal vote of thanks, let me share about a quick part of what is Leaders Connect 360 Foundation. So Leaders Connect 360 Foundation is a non-profit organization where we are focusing on sustainable developmental goals, which is from United Nations. That is our objective and mission. So every week Wednesday we conduct this online episode 6:30 p.m. to 7:15 p.m. where we invite a top leader from different corporate companies. Like we have Mr. Kamal sir today, and every month last week we have an author of the month. So author will be coming to our platform sharing about their own experience on writing their own book. So that's what about Leaders Connect 360. And every 3 months once we connect, we celebrate during our Rocket Goals. So next Rocket Goals is on July 12th. So July 12th is the next Rocket Goals. Yes, this time we are focusing on health. It's completely full of health goals. Yes.
Oh, great.
And we have created one model also regarding mental wellness, mental health. So that is the topic for today. This Rocket Goals 12th of July. Yes. Looking forward to see you all there. So thank you, Kamal sir, once again for joining us today. And Kamal sir, we have a special invitation for you also to join for the Rocket Goals for the 12th of July from our team. We will be sending you a special invitation. You to join us, sir. That will add more value.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much. Over to you, Rashmi. Thank you.
We're going to have a video, right, Arul, now?
Yes,
A vote of thanks video for Mr. Kamal and Algu and for the entire team.
Yes. So I'll be playing the vote of thanks video. So after the vote of thanks video, I request people to have a small say over here. Maybe members and visitors will be having a small networking with our members and visitors. So Kamal sir will be having a networking after the vote of thanks. If you have a time, you can be also part of our networking time. Or if you have any other commitments, that's completely fine. Good. Okay. Okay, Rashmi ma'am, shall we play the video?
Yes, sure.
Just a second. Okay, just a minute. Thank you all. Thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you all the members and visitors for joining us today. Thank you, Alagu ma'am. Thank you so much for bringing Kamal sir here for us today. Thank you so much.
Thanks for him for accepting it at a short notice, and he was very willingly joining today.
Thank you, Kamal sir. Thanks for accepting at the short notice. Thank you so much. Nice interacting with you, Kamal. If you have time, you can also be the part of the.
Yeah, you can be part of the networking, sir. So we have our people introducing.
Yeah.